Thrilled to be joined by Liberty head coach Turner Gill, as we will be each and every week during the season. Coach, good to see you as always.
Great to see you. You're looking good,
well,
man.
I appreciate that. Fall camp, you've been through a lot of them. I'm sure you have goals going in. Did you get out of this one what you wanted to?
I think for the most part, we kind of go into the term objectives,
Yeah.
talking to the offense, defensive coaches, and special teams coaches. We're trying to catch all of the scenarios and at least get a certain amount of reps, and hopefully they execute over time period that we've gotten a little bit better. And it's still different until they get in the ball game. It's still going to be a little different. But we accomplished all those objectives. I think I feel good about it. I think the one thing that I can say about our team is we should be faster than we ever been before. In all positions. Again, I know there's been certain positions where we may have been a little bit faster, but I think in every phase we're a little bit faster.
Well, that's exciting. Now, I know a lot of people say, the most important position on the field is the quarterback. Being a former quarterback, you may agree with that sentiment. Buckshot Calvert in now his second season collegiately. Yep. Where do you expect him to take a little bit of a jump now that he's been around the block once?
I think what we told him to improve on was accuracy. Accuracy in the pocket while you're moving. And even outside the pocket when you're moving, the accuracy. It wasn't horrible or anything of that nature, but we really need him to see that as far as that. We looked at all the tapes, every clip where he had maybe not so good throw.
Yeah.
He's a competitor. He wants to be the best in the world, not just the best on the football team. Yeah. So I like that about him, and he's improved in his game as far as understanding the why on every single play.
Now, I know going in, you wanted to improve the depth on both lines. Do you feel like you maybe found some guys that give you a little bit more depth on the offensive and defensive lines now heading into your first game?
Well, I think on the offensive line, I think we're maybe a little bit better for us having seven guys that we feel pretty comfortable with. You're never going to have 10 guys if you really go with any team probably in the country. Defensive line there, we're probably somewhere around that 5. We might have had a little bit more depth in the past of playing. We don't have a whole lot of guys who've had a whole lot of playing time as far as the backups at this point in time. So over time, I think here in the next 3 or 4 ball games, we'll gain some of that experience and become better. That's all we want to do, is become better each and every day.
You're making that first year of the transition to FBS. That's happening now. You added some scholarships because of that. Is that something you can see even in camp, the added depth? Do you even notice that now in the lead up, as opposed to we always talk about during games, the depth is obvious then?
Well, we have numbers. We've added more scholarships to it. We're actually going into the ball game right now. We're about 74, 63 as far as compared to last year. There's some people we just added maybe a full scholarship to them where they were maybe on a third, half, whatever it may have been. And we did go out and go get some more junior college kids to have those numbers the way we want to get it done there. So we do have some better numbers. Again, it's now experience, though, to play at this level, and we're moving forward in the right direction. All
right, you open the season this Saturday at Baylor. Now, at the time we're taping this, they still haven't announced their starting quarterback. How do you approach that going into it, playing an opponent where you don't know who's going to be under center? How do you try to determine defensively what you do against a team where you don't know who they're going to throw?
Well, we just try the scheme. It's all about what they do most of the time.
Yeah.
But again, when you change staffs or you change teams as a coaching staff, you may have to adapt to what you have at this point in time. It may need another year before you totally get to what you want to do. So we don't know what they're going to do. So we got a little bit of scheme. We got to play our base looks. And then after the first 2 series, we'll know where they're going. Yeah,
you touched on that. Of course, we knew what Art Briles, what he brought on the field offensively, what they were about, the high-flying, high-octane offense. With Matt Rule, are you looking at Temple tape? And you've been in positions where maybe you go to a new job that first year. How do you do everything you want to do? Do you maybe add some wrinkles that you couldn't do the place before? How do you try to gauge what you're going to see?
Well, I just think, again, depending on as you evaluate your talent, you as a coach, you can say, I want them to adjust to what I want to do in my system, or I'm going to adjust to what our talent has. So like I said, we'll find out here very, very shortly what they're going to do. But I think the biggest thing for us is about us and what we can do to execute better. Because it comes down to you can run any kind of offense, defense you want. Can our guys execute that? So that's what we talk to our guys about. It's about us and you doing your job all the time.
You have a history here at Liberty of playing these Power 5 schools closer than the experts think they'll be. I mean, you can go back over any number of games, North Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia Tech. There were points in that game where one play goes one way or another, and it's a completely different ball game, and you played them competitively anyway. What are the keys to going on the road, especially, and playing up against a team like you're going to play against on Saturday?
Well, you hear it all the time, but I think if we can score early, particularly on offense, obviously you want to score touchdowns, but I think we just get points on the board early and we have no turnovers and no miscues on special teams. We play pretty much sound, and that still may not be enough. But if we do that, I think we give ourselves a better chance.
Lastly, taking the field for the first time in a season. You've done it a number of times as a player and a coach. Is it still a special feeling? Walk me through. What does that feel like?
It's exciting, just like it was my first time running out there. The beginning of a year is a new year. It's a new chemistry of a football team. It's a new chemistry of your staff, because there's always some different people on there. So I'm as excited as I was the first time I came out on the football field as a player, first time I came out as a coach. Today is no different, and I'm excited about the opportunity to be the Liberty football head football coach according to God's plan.
Well, Coach, we're excited too. Good luck this season, and we'll talk to you each week through the way.
All right. To God be the glory.
Appreciate it.